So, Chloe, did you bring the goo?
Bring what?
The goo.
Oh, it's somewhere.
Oh, come on. We had too many tech issues and now we haven't got the goo. I'm very upset. I
It's
expected
all
like
right.
a full goo like show and tell.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, you said it first.
Troy wanted to see the goo.
Yeah, I want to see the goo, Chloe. What's going on? I want to see the goo. I don't like this bit. I don't like this
No,
bit. This
nor
is
do
becoming
I.
the intro and I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'll try and find it for the thumbnail.
Yeah, perfect.
Fantastic. So we'll know if you find it in the end. Brilliant. We love it.
There's 7 of them somewhere, so
Seven.
7.
Why do you have so much goo?
it's fun.
Fun. It's fair enough.
Oh,
That's
God.
fair
Fair
enough.
enough. It's fair enough. Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, the show where two YouTubers get together and talk about Doctor Who. I'm one of your hosts, Troy, also known as Red Archer Live, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the annoyingly Australian Crispy Pro.
Hi, how you doing?
Just bringing that bit back. I'm going to start introducing you as that every week, I feel like now. I just like annoyingly
Fair enough.
Australian. It
I'm
suits
still
you.
annoying and
You are.
Australian.
You are still annoying.
So,
But, you know, we've also got competition this week. We've got someone else joining in on the chat.
Oh.
We've got a special guest. We have a special guest. You can hear
What?
her oohing in the background. Exciting. It's going to be a good
Who is
time.
it?
This we had quite the build-up of tech issues to lead to this. So this is like the big grand finale. I'm excited. This is what it was all been
Woohoo.
building to.
If it
But
works.
with us today, we haven't brought a YouTuber. We mixed it up a little bit. We've gone for a different kind of internet fame. We've gone for Twitter
Oh.
fame. You know,
Oh.
which is very, very hard to come by. I feel like, you know, I mean, we aren't as famous on Twitter as this person.
No.
It's
Gosh,
the
no.
lovely Chlo, also known as Cosmic Angst. Welcome to the show, Chlo.
Hi, I hope I live up to that intro.
Gonna have to get used to his soundboard at this point. Like, there's gonna be random Vine booms and all sorts of stuff just
there's
happening
going to
out
be
of
some
nowhere.
noises happening.
While
But
we were
welcome.
waiting for you to join the call earlier, I was like, there was just like a moment of silence for like 30 seconds, and then 20 seconds in, he did a Vine boom, and it scared the life out of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he will catch you off guard with this stuff, so be ready for it. Be ready.
Cool.
It's a fun time.
But yeah, so we brought Chlo on because, well, Chlo, you can obviously explain your perspective of this, but we're talking today about whether or not there's a Doctor Who merch shortage, which is just an interesting debate that I feel like, obviously you brought this up to me, Crispy, and thought it'd be a good idea for an episode, and I feel like it's a thing we've seen spoken about on Twitter a lot, about how merch has changed in the last 10 plus years for Doctor Who, how much there was in the David Tennant era, and then how it's kind of dwindled down since then. But Chlo, you're famous for collecting a certain amount of Doctor Who merch, are you not? Do you want to share with the audience what that is so they know what we're in for here?
I don't know how to say it, like goo pods? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, goo pods.
That's what
Goo
you-
pods.
how
That's
do I say it in
fine.
the polite way?
yeah, in the polite way, because I feel like you'd say it in a different way, and let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I'm on my best behaviour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on your
very
best
good.
behaviour, that's it now. Just all you got to do is not swear, and you're already doing better than 50% podcast, okay? That's all you got
Yeah,
to do.
we had them on and they were just swearing quite
yeah,
a lot.
I,
Well,
I had to find
Connor.
a beep sound effect and then use it about 50 times. It was not fun.
Oh
you know?
no, okay.
We're never having Connor back on, just so he doesn't
No,
know this, but you know
just
he does now.
Aiden.
He does now if he listens to the podcast. Sorry, Connor. No, but yeah. So I mean, I didn't even know. So we should explain by goo pod. You mean like it's the flesh from series 6, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so it's like nasty, smelly oh. Me doing it immediately, right, that's it. Nasty.
That's it.
That's great.
That's it.
Keep
this
it
is
in.
this is set the tone. It's
Keep
set
it
the
in.
tone, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Yeah.
it.
That'll be the one, right?
But no, I was. But I was gonna say I didn't even know these were a thing. They were like pods that
Neither.
like the flesh goo is in, and there's like little bits of. Is it bits of like just Matt Smith, or is it different characters
Yeah,
you could
so
like
it's
put
like
together
they've
or
got
something?
excess bits of an 11 figure and I've just kind of like put them in the bottom.
It is a
And
weird
that's-
one. Yeah.
Is that now, like, did they come out in 2011? So would they be over a decade old now?
Yeah, that's what I smell.
I
Oh,
see.
God.
I
Really
see.
bad now.
Oh.
I understand. I understand now.
Okay, we'll cut that one off there. There's a too rich of a joke opportunity there, but it's not for a podcast as clean as ours. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful.
We got to be very
You know,
careful.
follow Chlo on Twitter to get all the unbridled. That, you know, the promo should come at the end, but like we're just going to warn right the way through. You know, there's a parental advisory for Chlo's tweets. I feel like, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
Sorry, guys.
It says a lot that I think it was at the end of the year you were like, oh, the first 10 replies to this tweet I will actually tweet out as my own tweets. Now that she said to you, like, this does not seem uncharacteristic, some of the stuff you were tweeting out. Like, it was some weird stuff, and I was like, honestly, I could just imagine you tweeting this on a down day. Like, I can't, like, it didn't seem that different. She's built a brand, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's a brand. All right? I'm waiting for Cosmic Hanks merch, I've got to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah,
When's it
what's
happening?
that?
No, you don't want that.
I don't
want it in your house.
Yeah, we probably don't. Probably don't. Just your Twitter bio on a t-shirt and done like an Urban Dictionary definition.
Oh, dearie.
Oh dear.
All right, so Crispy, before we get into merch, I believe we have some news to discuss.
Oh my gosh, you're right. We do. Oh, that's the news ding. Oh, wow.
Are we ever going to change that ding? Are we ever going to get an actual news ding? No.
No, that's a perfect news ding. So, we
Okay.
have some cast announcements for the next series of Doctor Who, Series 14. We have Anita Dobson and Michelle Greenidge. I've never heard of these two actresses before, but they will be joining Series 14. Have you guys heard of either of them? Is it just because I'm Australian?
Probably, yeah. I mean, Chloe, is Anita Dobson from EastEnders?
I feel like she's been in EastEnders, yeah. I feel like she's seen as like a cheeky person that goes on chat shows and that as well.
Oh, right, maybe I have.
Bit of a Miriam Margolyes, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as like kind of energetic and well, I don't think there's anyone else quite like Miriam, but if it's a similar vibe, then I'm here for it.
I'm all for it.
But Michelle Greenridge, she was in It's a Sin, I believe. I don't remember her from that. Yeah.
I saw her. I saw that. I don't remember her.
I remember from a comedy called Code 404 that I binged like all 3 series of at the end of last year. It's a really goofy thing about a police officer that gets shot and killed and is brought back as like a RoboCop type thing. It's really stupid, but she's in that, and I remember her in that, and she's quite funny. So,
all right,
so
well,
they'll no doubt be
fine
good.
additions,
Yeah,
additions to the show.
Exactly.
I say, and oh wait, what is that? Oh my gosh, we have more news.
Oh, do we?
They
He's
were
rushing
doing.
through it. Can you tell we're on a time limit today?
We are on a time. We need to talk about some merch.
To be fair, if we don't spend 20 minutes talking about the news, then it won't be like anything's changed.
Exactly. So, Shooty and Millie Gibson were spotted filming. Where did you say it was? Troy? Wales?
Wales, just in Wales. I don't know where exactly it was.
We don't know where exactly it was. But the TARDIS is atop a mountain. It looks beautiful. Troy pointed out to me that the windows look like they're a little bit dirty, a little bit weathered in. Is this an older TARDIS? How long have we had this TARDIS? I don't know. But maybe, Shooty and Millie just need to give the TARDIS a nice scrub. Perhaps. Maybe. But that's not the news, sis. The news is...
Never say that again. Never say that again.
The news is that apparently Shooty Gatwa was wearing a variation of his costume. He was still wearing the iconic orange, but it looked like an orange coat, and some people were saying a beanie on set. I'd expected nothing more than Shooty Gatwa having more than one outfit. Chlo, did you know about this?
It's exciting, isn't it? It's kind of like 12, but colour vibes. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone say it was like Nardole and Eaters of Light with the orange beanie, and I was like, oh, taking inspiration from Nardi, are we? That's fantastic.
It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, I mean, the question is he going to end up having loads of outfit variations like 12? I mean, if one of the first times we're seeing him on set, he's got a different outfit to the one that they launched him with on social media, it's like, how many outfits could he have then? Could we be going crazy beyond that?
Surely the one we've seen is the debut, because it would be strange if the costume we've seen officially would be like a costume from episode 4 or whatever, which is what they are filming now. So I think the costume we've seen in HD is episode 1 or the Christmas special or whatever. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was like the only time we see that. But that's just me.
It's like Series 8, you get like Capaldi's outfit debut in like the photo shoot. You see it pretty much on and off through Series 8, and then it's never seen again.
Never ever.
It's wild when you think about that was his like official costume announcement, then we only ever saw it in one series, and then it never came back.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to think about.
You live and you learn. You live and you learn.
What do you think, Chloe? Would you rather have it like Capaldi, where there's a different outfit every week, or would you rather have a couple of consistent ones?
I think we need to see like how many variants we see. There might be only 2. I don't know. I'm here for the changing vibe.
Exactly. A little bit different, At least he's like washing his clothes in between and that way, rather than wearing the same suit for 6 years like David Tennant did.
And it seems like Ruby's going to be quite very fashionable as well, so he's just keeping up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Both having the orange vibes as well. I like that. There's been a few Ruby outfits on set as well where she's been wearing orange. And also there was a weird little thing that I was going to mention when we talked about Michelle Greenridge, but Crispy was rushing us through the news. He was rushing it through. He was rushing it through.
We had to talk about merch, but sure.
I know. We
Let's
have
kick
to.
back.
just a tiny Series 1 reference, because there was a photo taken of Michelle on a street outside a street sign that said Minto Road. And I didn't clock this. Someone on Twitter did, as they often do. Because people on Twitter people just clock the weirdest things. I feel like I know dumb stuff for Doctor Who, but like there's some things I just don't notice. But there's the scene in Part of the Ways where Rose is in the chippy with Mickey and Jackie. At one point, Mickey goes, "Oh, have you seen that new pizza place on Minto Road?" So is the episode going to be set in the pizza place, or is it just a fun callback to Series 1? Don't know.
I wondered if it was just a London thing that none of us know about.
Is Minto Road a real place?
I'm Googling it.
Surely not.
Googling it. Minto Road. Let's have a look. What comes up? I get Minto Road in Hillsborough, Sheffield. I'm pretty sure that's not what they're talking about.
And they're not filming in Sheffield at all, are they?
No, that's Jodie's era, mate. It's been and gone.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
According to TARDIS Wiki, Minto Road was a road which was relatively close to the Powell estate. A new pizza place which offered deliveries opened there in late 2006, with which Mickey Smith told Jackie Tyler about. How exciting.
Wow.
We only have the most exciting discussions here on the podcast, you know.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
But yeah, so that's our news. There's not too much to talk about this week. It's not as much. But I'm just interested by Shooty having different costumes. I'm wondering how far they're going to push that. Because that's early for him to be wearing something different. Because, I mean, Matt and David, they didn't wear anything different for a few episodes. It took them a while, right? Because David, the only real variation he had was the outfit in, I guess, Human Nature and Family of Blood, and like his tuxedo he wore every now and again.
Yeah, he just had
where's the long coat as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he mixed up a little bit, and then in Fear Hage didn't wear a shirt, and you could see his chest hair coming out of his chest, which I always thought was a bit odd. Maybe some people really like that, though. Who knows? Depends on how much you like David Tennant. But Chloe's giggling, so that says a lot. Whereas with Capaldi, because like early on with Capaldi, like his shirt changed a little bit, but like the general vibe stayed the same. So like, if this is like, but then again, it could be like filming blocks, so they're filming like a really late episode early on. But it would be interesting if like just a couple of episodes in, it's like, right, he's wearing a different outfit, changing it up, doing something different.
Very well might be. Who knows? Who knows? I feel like Shooty has a lot of say in it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that looks like a raincoat, and his other coat doesn't look like it has a hood, so maybe like, I don't know, maybe it's raining. Bless him. He doesn't keep
maybe it was just raining.
It's a nice jacket. You don't want to get it wet. You don't want to get it wet, in fairness. No. I can back that and appreciate it. But that is our news. So, Crispy, what is our main discussion for today? It's like I already said it 10 minutes ago, but... Well,
our main discussion is something I pitched Troy a long, long time ago, and we are talking about, is there a Doctor Who merch shortage? And as I said, brought this up with Troy, and immediately we were like, oh, that's definitely an episode that we're going to do. And it's happening right now. So, Chlo...
What, really?
Chlo, in about 3,000 words, do you think there is a Doctor Who merch shortage? Go.
Oh, I don't know, 3,000, but yeah, definitely. There's like, it's weird, isn't it? I think we could all talk about it for a long time, but
yeah.
I don't know about in Oz, but like about 10 years ago, you would be able to go into like any shop in the UK and there'd be something Doctor Who. And now, like, you can barely get it in, like, the specialist shops, so something's going on. There's a conspiracy.
It is strange, and it is a conspiracy. What is going on? Mm-hmm. This is an investigation today. That's what we're doing.
Because, I mean, we all remember when we were kids, at least I do, of, like, going into every shop and like, saying to, like, or tugging on my mum's coat and going, can I look at the toys? Can we go to the toys section? And very often, wherever you go in, like, any store that had toys, there'd be something Doctor Who related.
Yeah.
There'd be figures, there'd be board games, puzzles, whatever there might be.
Or even in other shops, there's like in the supermarket, there was Doctor Who branded like spaghetti and yogurts, or you'd go in the pharmacy and there'd be Doctor Who soap. Like, where's all that gone?
What?
There was Doctor Who soap as well. Forget about that. Some of the stuff, like, see, Crispy's this is gonna be the Crispy gets jealous episode. He's not realised what he's let himself into.
I haven't heard half of these things. I in Australia is very, very different, I think. Well, I don't know, because I only started watching the show in 2010, end of 2010, so I feel like I might have missed the whole Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant hype train when there, I'm assuming, was a lot of merch.
It was definitely its worst in, like, Tennant time, wasn't it?
At its worst, at its best, how would we define it? Well, I had to explain to him what a froob was a couple of weeks ago, so, you know, he now knows what a froob... Do you remember what a froob is, Crispy?
Is that the yogurt stuff?
Yeah, it's like a yogurt in a tube.
It is.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and it was the prelude to the goo pods, at least the way you use them, Chlo?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? I've got to ask this because I don't think I ever actually saw the video. Did you actually eat a goo pod at one point?
I feel like a magician should never tell his secrets. So,
Okay, I really hope you didn't because I don't want you ended up in A&E because you just got they do an X-ray and there's goo in your stomach and there's just the odd little bit of Matt Smith figure in there.
Yeah. As a disclaimer to the listeners, don't try it at home. Like,
No.
Do not eat your Doctor Who toy products. This has been a message from Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. But no, so like I remember even like going to like Toys R Us and being dead excited to see if there were any new sonic screwdrivers in stock. And like whenever there was a new one, I'd want to buy it. Like because I have the whole collection. I've got like a whole bunch in a mug over there, like a glass that I've filled in trying to do it like Peter Capaldi.
But like wall in Toys R Us, and nowadays like you've got to go into B&M and have your fingers crossed sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You must have seen, Crispy, as well, that infamous picture of like the wall of Doctor Who merch that had like the big Doctor Who surfboard logo at the top with David Tennant next to it and all these different things on the wall. There's that infamous picture that goes around.
Most definitely. I've used that in videos.
Yeah, I like it's been in Clever Dick's videos. You've used it. We've all seen it. I'll put it on the screen if you haven't for whatever reason. But like that was so synonymous at the time of how much there was. And the thing I think about now is like there's a couple of comic stores in Liverpool that I love to go to. There's one called Worlds Apart that used to have like a whole Doctor Who section, and as time's gone by, it's moved around the store and also got smaller at the same time. Used to take up this big section with like mugs and like even they have like Big Finish audio dramas and everything in there. And even like 5-6 years ago, while it's been a bit of a lull, they still had a good amount of stuff in. But now you go in, there's a couple of little CDs. They don't even have any sonic screwdrivers. It takes up a couple of shelves in one tiny section, and that's it. And it's like it's crazy to think that you used to have such like a domination over the merch industry, and now it's just like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Forbidden Planet and I guess B&M for the figures. Where else can you get Doctor Who stuff reliably? I don't think that there is anywhere else I can think of, unless I'm...
Like maybe H&M, depending if it's a big store or not, but like, yeah, that's it.
H&M?
I've never seen anything for Doctor Who in H&M.
Wait, not H&M, HMV.
HMV, Well, I mean, to be fair,
like,
Shooty's Jungle was supposedly from H&M, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone was like, Shooty's things at H&M. I was
I
they're
did go
really,
into H&M
really
like,
expanded.
not long after, to try and find it, and I couldn't find the right jumper, and I was heartbroken. But I don't feel like I could pull off an orange jumper anyway. I don't think it would suit me. There'd be too much orange then, I feel like.
Too much orange. Too much orange.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I know that jumper that they reckon is Shooties is like different colour variants, and now people are buying all the colour variants thinking he might wear them as variants, but
just
going back to
in
the
preparation.
Is he just Farry's doing thumbnails? Because like I've noticed him doing that every different video. Every different video he does on Shooty, his costume's been changed in colour-wise.
Oh, really?
I'm just
he goes to green to blue to red.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly keep wanting to make a joke, like what's he going to do when he runs out the colours of the rainbow? He'll be sweating. He'll be like, I've got more leaks, but I've used every colour, what do I do? But yeah, Forbidden Planet really, especially the UK, has been like the one saving grace, I suppose, of Doctor Who merch, because they actually get new stuff in. But even like, if we think about what they get in now, they get a lot of t-shirts, as Chlo and I are evidencing right now on the video version, because we're both wearing Forbidden Planet tops. Crispy's not, he's wearing his own branded things, he's a shill.
Yeah.
But like they have the t-shirts, they have like what, coasters, mugs, wall art.
Like postcards maybe. Sometimes they'll have
postcards.
books, I don't know. Like even theirs is like a bit lacking really.
Yeah, they've got the most stuff, but even then it's not much, right? Like there's not I just don't feel there's enough, I feel there's not enough. So I feel like what we should do is, I've said to us we all like have like a piece of merch that we want to talk about and focus on. I don't know if you have one on you, Chlo, because you've been too busy with all the tech problems, but if you can like at least pick something out. Crispy, you've got something, and I want to know what yours is first, because yours, we don't know what it is. So like, what is your merch piece that you like is like your most prized possession? Is it something that's old, something that's new? What have we got?
Something that's borrowed, something that's blue.
Very funny.
It is correct because it is this TARDIS right here. I don't know if I've shown you this, Troy.
It's only been in about 4 thumbnails.
Yes. Okay. Do you know the story? Do you know the story behind it?
I don't think you might have explained it a while ago, but I don't remember it because I don't like you.
It's purely sentimental because this is just I'm assuming a Funko Pop one. So they're not. It's not a Funko.
Yeah, it's not Funko. Well, it could be a Funko, but a different type. It's not a pop.
Well, who knows?
It's like really boxy.
Oh well, there you go. Anyway,
wait, I might have a Funko one somewhere. They're like this big.
Comparison. Oh wow.
Yeah, see, they're really like boxy, yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, the Clara
That's
one.
a good one.
So
That's
cool.
a really nice one.
When you like basically built up to that, you showed us the side of it and then went, by the way, Clara's on the front.
Here we go.
Oh. If I could open my cupboards right now and you'd see every single Doctor Who pop, let's not. Let's not.
I've seen it and it's insane.
Speaking
it's absolutely
of,
insane.
just as a side note, Crispy, have you seen how much the Jodie San Diego Comic Con pop goes for on eBay now?
No, tell me.
The cheapest one on eBay is £650.
Mate, that's
I paid
some good rent.
£17.
That's some
Actually,
good
from
rent.
Forbidden Planet, so shout out to them. Yeah. That was that, because I got, well, I'm basically hijacking Crispy's section here, as I often do. No, I told, there's a guy that worked in Forbidden Planet that I knew really well, and I mentioned to him that I wanted to get this pop, and obviously back then I didn't realise how hard it'd be to do that, and I was like, if you happen to get one in, can you let me know? And he got 4 of them in, 4 of the 1,300, he dropped me an email and went, do you still want this? I put it aside in case you do. And I was like, I am coming into Liverpool now, keep it, I will be there. Because apparently the other 3 just flew off the shelves like that. They were barely on there and they were gone. So the look I had getting that was ridiculous. But there's a signed one on eBay that's $2,000, and I'm like,
my goodness.
I'm looking at it over there, and I've just got like money emoji eyes. I'm just like, whoa,
cha-ching.
So it's a very proud moment. But yeah, so basically the point is that's not a Funko TARDIS. That was my point I was trying to make.
Okay,
so
great. Well, this
go on,
is
Crispy. Sorry.
this. So, Chlo, I will tell you, I don't know if you know, I was fortunate enough to go on the Doctor Who World Tour back in 2014.
Ooh.
Here we go, Troy's rolling his eyes. It was great, a really fun experience. And during that World Tour, the whole BBC team, at the start of all the videos they did for that tour, they would have this little TARDIS going around, and it would be like with Peter Capaldi and Jenna and everyone. And Australia was towards the end of the tour, and so the BBC team were like, "Oh, you can have it." And so now I just have this beautiful little sentimental TARDIS that's on my desk every day. And yeah, that's my story. I won't tell you that I met Peter Capaldi because Troy will roll his eyes because I've told it a billion times. But I did, Chlo, and it was awesome.
Oh.
Anyway,
Now you've got some of Peter Capaldi's DNA in your house.
As everyone should. As everyone should, I say. Troy, is any Peter Capaldi DNA in your house, mate?
That is a thing you just said. I don't like thinking of it like that. Oh, I've got Jodie's DNA in my house. No, I don't. Oh, stop. Yeah, because you haven't met Jodie, have you, Crispy? What?
How can you kidneys?
Sorry, Peter Capaldi just popped into my house real quick.
You just scared the life out of me. You need to stop. I knew it was going to happen, but you scared me so much.
Scared me there.
Jump scare. That needs to be one. That needs to be one as well to follow up. Oh, you scared me there.
Scared me there.
Well, that's cheating though, Chris, because that's not actual merch. That's a special souvenir from a tour.
Well, this... okay, fine. You want actual merch?
I want
this is an
actual
merch.
merch.
Look at this. I don't know if you can see that.
Wait, what is that? That's so cool. What?
This is what my... I can't... this is what my sister got me for my birthday. Let's see if I can move it closer for everyone.
Oh, it's got a Matt Smith on it.
Yeah, Matt Smith is there, and it's a complete cutout. I think it's just from Etsy or whatever. One of the...
Yeah.
It's fan-made. But it's pretty cool, right?
There's also an argument to be made. That actually leads us into a good point. Sometimes can fan-made merch be better than the official stuff at this point?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean...
Well, I just came in strong there.
Well, the sonic screwdrivers alone. I mean, I don't know the comparison too much, but there's a bunch of different companies in the UK especially that do like these really high-quality replicas of sonic screwdrivers. Like, I mean, I know... And Rubber Toe comes to mind immediately as one of the companies, but I know there's more than them. But... I mean, have you seen any of these like high quality screwdrivers, Chlo? Do you know of like how they differ
I know
at
what
all?
you mean. Like people have them in fan films and stuff as well, won't they?
Yeah. So like, I mean, I know Dominic G. Martin uses one that was made for him by one of those companies for his fan film things.
Yeah.
But like, these things cost like 100, 200 quid, and I always look and go, I think I'll just stick to the £10 character ones or whatever the company makes, and thank you very much. But it does fascinate me because some of them do look brilliant. And I'm guessing, like, it's obviously the materials and how they're set up and everything that makes it more expensive and everything. But sometimes the fan-made stuff can be cooler.
I think some of the clothing merch as well. Like, I think the most sought-after bit of merch last year was that T-shirt that Ryan Gosling wore. And it was just
literally
fan-made.
Great point.
Very true. Yeah, Ryan Gosling wore, if you missed it at the time, his name was Matthew Purchase, I believe.
Yeah,
the guy who made it, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I think his username's at the Cyber Devil. I'm really pushing my memory here. I'm really pushing it. But he did like a piece of artwork of Shooty Gatwa, and I hope it was him that put it on like Redbubble or whatever. It wasn't someone else. But Ryan Gosling saw it, went, I'm having that, and wore it on the set to Barbie, because obviously Shooty Gatwa was in Barbie with him. So he was pictured on set with that T-shirt. So everyone was like, I want that T-shirt. So there's a huge rush for it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of money went to charity for that. But yeah, that was like the merch thing of last year, I think.
Yeah, there was a huge rush for
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, I'd have bought one if I had space for more t-shirts. It's already a problem. I don't have enough room in my house as it is. It's a problem.
All the
Okay,
pops.
I buy things and I leave them on the side. Here, now pops, yeah. But I also got this because Crispy hasn't seen this yet, and I
Oh,
wanted
No,
to
I
show this on
haven't.
the episode because it's
oh, now
because
I'm
this is
jealous.
another point. Oh, this is another point because there has been one constant through the merch, and one thing that hasn't really. I mean, maybe it dipped a bit. I don't know what it was like during Capaldi's era because I kind of fell out of it during that era, but I think they still did quite a few then. And that's the character figures or figurines, whatever you want to call them, for Doctor Who. Because I remember, I don't know if you do, Chloe, but in like when not Wilco's, Woolworths used to be a thing.
Oh,
Like they
yeah.
used to have all of the Doctor Who figures in there, and they used to be in their own individual packs. You could get these character options figures, and there were a whole different bunch from especially the Chris Rex and David Tennant eras for all different characters. There was one that's very memed about. There was a Cassandra, but her face isn't there. It's just the frame
It's
of
just the
Cassandra,
frame,
and you
yeah.
could buy it for like
Oh yeah.
yeah, and you could buy it
Oh,
for
there's
£5,
like the
and it was
faceless
like
Gran as well.
there were loads. And Space Pig. I've got a Space Pig fig. I've got 2 Slitheenes. I've got a bunch of Daleks. Like there were loads back then. Obviously, they've changed a little bit now, going into like modern day because you've got the ones like the Jodie ones where it's like they're in like 3 in a pack, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But it's been a bit of a constant. But I wanted to show this on the episode because I got the Regeneration set, which has Jodie in the Centenary outfit. I'm trying to. The problem is, right, we're on the riverside. I can only see a third of my camera. There we go. Now I can see what I'm showing. So, it's very bright for my ring light. But it's got Jodie in a Centenary outfit, and then also
Oh,
David in
cool.
the new 14th Doctor outfit, as well as some descriptions on the Doctors. I don't know if you heard the 14th Doctor's description on it, but it did
No,
kind of
please tell me.
answer a little bit. Okay, so it says, the 14th Doctor, just like the 10th Doctor, is an intriguing mixture of apparent opposites, an extraordinary mix of kindness and sensitivity, but also someone who gives no second chances, and who can be alien, detached, and even vengeful, but never cruel. Time will tell how this Doctor will respond to the universe around him. It always does.
Ooh.
So, trying to say he's very similar to 10, but might have a couple of differences, maybe? The same but different?
Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, it
Well,
will.
what do you reckon, Chloe? Do you reckon 14, like they'll do something different with 14, or it's just going to be a carbon copy of 10 again?
So far, it just kind of seems like it's 10. But I mean, we haven't seen that much yet, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
It might be a bit of a
Yeah,
twist,
exactly.
maybe, but he's not.
Who knows?
Maybe the twist is
Exciting.
David Tennant isn't in it at all, and it's Matt Smith, and we've been fooled this whole time.
Yeah, they just filmed some outdoors stuff, and it's actually Matt Smith behind doors.
Yeah, the trailer's
Wow.
all a big misdirect. That's why it came out so
Wow.
early, you know?
It all makes sense.
It does make sense. And speaking of, do you know what I realised we didn't do till now, Crispy? Do you know what I keep
dearie.
forgetting that we need to do? The polls.
Polls and stuff. Oh,
Yeah, because
gosh.
I wanted to ask Chloe's opinion on our poll, and I just realised we didn't even
Alright.
talk about it to begin with. So we're gonna
That's alright.
take a very quick service break and look at our polls. So
Do you want
last
some
week,
transition sound?
if you've got a good transition sound,
Yeah, of course I do. You ready?
go on.
Here we
Let's
go.
hear it.
Oh yeah. It's time for some
Go on,
polls,
Chloe,
baby.
go on. Bust some moves, go for it. Go on.
Alright, that's enough. Enough.
Do the drunk giraffe. Do the drunk giraffe. Come on. Everyone do the drunk giraffe right now. There you go. Good, good. I'm proud that we all did that. So the poll last week asked, which of these spin-offs would you most like to see in Russell T Davies' Whoniverse? The options were Torchwood, so a reboot a la Series 5, kind of not. A unit spin-off with Kate Stewart and or Osgood. The Paternoster Gang with Jenny Vastra and Strax. Or the 8th Doctor. So there are 4 options. Joe, I'm gonna ask Chlo rather than Crispy. Chlo, which one do you think came out on top in the poll?
I was going to say 8 straight up. I think everyone wants that. Who doesn't want that?
Everyone wants that. Yeah, correct.
Like, the others are good, but
Yeah, the others would be great. They'd all be fab. But only one of them has Paul McGann.
that's it.
It's true.
It's the problem. You know, he's suffering from success, our Paul. But on Spotify, out of 29 votes, the 8th Doctor came out on top with 52%, with Unit taking second place at 24%, Paternoster Gang at 17%, and Torchwood at 7%.
Wow.
Whereas on YouTube, 355 votes, 63% said the 8th Doctor, followed by,
Wow.
again, Unit in second place with 15%, and then Paternoster and Torchwood are tied for 11% at the bottom. So, people care much more for Paul McGann than they do for Torchwood. Interesting.
Which
I'm
is
not
wild.
surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. I think I am a little bit surprised that Unit wins ahead of Torchwood on both polls. I kind of thought there were more Torchwood diehards that wants to see a reboot, but I kind of like that people want the more fresh idea. Like they want something on a character that's not had as much screen
Unit
time.
would just be like a different Torchwood anyway. So
Exactly, yeah.
Very valid point.
I mean, yeah, imagine Unit with Gemma, they just bring in Eve Miles anyway. It's not a Torchwood reboot. She just pops up in that as Gwen. You know, she just works for Unit now. They could do that. They could do that, in fairness. So
and Martha and Yaz.
Yeah. But if you had to pick one spin-off, would it be 8th Doctor, or is there something else you'd rather see, Chlo?
I thought 8th Doctor would be good. I mean, I'll always bring up that I think the Master should get a spin-off, but that's me being biased. Like, 8th Doctor would be good.
You like the Master?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay. Well, I mean, there's nothing right now that kind of gives us that idea away. So
yeah, not at all.
Not at all. She says stroking where it says Master on her t-shirt. That was like a really comfortable. No, they're not ready. They're not ready. They're not ready for it. They don't understand. They'll never understand our love.
No. It could go very badly too.
Why do you say that?
There's just a lot of like that sort of thing on telly already, I think, where they're like, oh, here's this bad guy, but it always ends up being like they're not really bad, and that's not how the Master should go.
Valid point.
It goes into anti-hero territory, yeah.
Exactly. Don't you start singing Crispy, okay?
I was so close to saying...
I know. If I can avoid it, you can.
It's all right.
I can't listen to Midnights now without thinking about that tweet I did when I was drunk about, the one that... You saw that tweet, didn't you? Yeah. I don't know if you saw it, Chlo, but I got drunk one night at Christmas and I was in an Xbox call and just started screaming the anti-hero lyrics while it was playing on my Spotify. And then I have a friend who talks via text. He doesn't speak over a mic. He does text. He texted me and went, "Stop singing Taylor Swift. Yes, you are the problem."
It's you.
It's like, stop drinking. I was like, nope. I had a lot of shots. So yeah, we make a lot of Taylor Swift jokes here on this podcast now. It's come full circle. It's not just song parodies and Crispy. It's just us constantly making Midnight's jokes.
It's too much.
There you go. So we talked about the character stuff. Are there any other pieces of merch that you guys can think of that were more popular back in the day that you'd like to see come back now? And that's a more interesting thing because of how little there is now. Oh, Crispy's got one. Go for it. What have you got?
Yes. I think it's different here in Australia, definitely, because we had a store called the ABC store, and the ABC is like the BBC for you guys, but Australia, fancy that. And they had that for ages, and in that it was basically just a Doctor Who store. And then I remember in maybe 2014, 2015, all of them shut. I think they're all shut around the world now. And now, since Disney Plus deal has come in place, the ABC no longer has the rights to Doctor Who at all. So ABC have no association with Doctor Who, which is very sad. But one item I loved, and so many of my Doctor Who friends had it, was a sonic screwdriver bottle opener. It was the coolest thing ever. Have you guys seen that before? The bottle opener?
I have a sonic screwdriver pizza cutter that I've never used.
I've got the spork.
Okay. Oh, we've got a whole cutlery set here. This is brilliant. But
this is great with our powers combined. We can crack open a cold one and have a pizza. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect. Brilliant. But yeah, I'd like that to come back. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? Loads of little goofy things like that, they just don't happen anymore. I mean, like I said, I got the Doctor Who pizza cutter, but it's an 11th Doctor screwdriver. It's not a new item. It's just one that Amazon still had in stock years later. It's like a lot of leftover stuff. There's not much in the way of unique things anymore. Just things that are like mass producible. Mass producible. That's the right thing. Yeah. But like I have to mention the Funko Pops because I keep making a comment about it on the podcast. It's now been, I think, 4 years since they released new Pops for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they did a couple for Jodie's era at the start, and it got really exciting because I was like, think about the possibilities, what they're going to do. And they released Jodie with her goggles, the Kablam Man, and the Recon Dalek from Resolution. They came out, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, I lie. They did a convention exclusive of Tim Shaw, and then that was it.
I think it was a Ting.
But even that didn't sell well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Pating. Yes, they were both conventions. That's it. Yeah, of course, there was the Pating. How can I forget? But I just remember, Worlds Apart got Tim Shaw in as an exclusive.
Did they?
And it didn't sell.
Oh, see, that's what I was going to say. I think they did the wrong ones because we got all these weird ones of monsters that no one really cared about. And then, the one that everyone wanted of Jodie in her coat, they were like, that's an exclusive. That's 200 quid now.
I'm just grinning to the camera for the audio listeners. I'm just grinning because I'm very happy about it. No, in fairness, while I'm happy to own that, it is true. I don't understand why that was made an exclusive. I guess it was obviously to create demand for the product, but it just feels like such a waste of potential, people kept saying, we want a Fugitive Doctor Pop, a Sasha Dewan Master Pop. We only had Missy. We didn't even get a John Sim Master Pop.
Or a classic.
There's loads of different ideas they could have gone for, and I feel like they picked these few of Kablam Man and Recon Dalek because it was the current era, thinking they'll do well. They didn't, and then Funko just went, and what's the point?
Yeah, sod it. They're like, you can have some little games, but...
Yeah, they have the game, they have the mobile game where you can collect the pops, and that seems to be, like, relatively popular, but actual pops, no, they'll do loads of waves of McDonald's pops, because everyone wants to collect pops with burgers with faces on, because, yeah, we all really love spending money on that stuff. Who's buying them? I just want to talk. But, like, there's so many better ideas you could go with. It's like with How I Met Your Mother. I mean, I said this separately to Crispy off the podcast. They've done, like, 7 waves of Friends pops, but for How I Met Your Mother, they did 3 of the characters. They didn't even do one for Marshall or Lily, and it was like...
Yeah.
Their priorities
just do
were
the core
askew.
cast.
I feel like it might be more Funko's issue there than Doctor Who, but it does speak of the wider trend of this just fall off of merch. There just hasn't been as much, and I feel like it's a weird thing. It's really, really weird.
It is strange.
So, I mean, the question is, do we actually think, and this is the big debate, and this might be our clip this week, I feel like, 'cause this is the interesting bit that I want to talk about. We've talked a lot about what's missing. Do we think we're going to enter more of a merch renaissance in Russell T Davies' second era? Do we think we're going to go back to the way it was with merch? Do you think it's going to become more mainstream because of Disney Plus? How do we feel about that?
Like, you've got to wonder, haven't you? Because Disney is big on merch. And it's like, it seems like Russell's big on merch though as well. So it's like,
There's a thing to be said, isn't there, about as soon as Russell left, the merch started to slowly go downhill. It's all down to him. That's what it is.
It's like he's suddenly back in the magazine all the time, and it seems like he's like really passionate about the stuff. It's just there's the demand.
Yeah, he's the man's 6'6". He just stands over the merch companies and goes, "You will make this stuff," and then they can't say no.
Do it.
I didn't realise how tall he was till I saw him on Graham Norton last week. By the way, because,
really?
Yeah.
Wow, he is a unit. He's so tall.
Oh, yeah.
He came on stage and gave Graham a hug, and I was like, "What? I never knew Russell T Davies was so tall." And then at one point they said he was 6'6", and I was like, "Blimey, he's a massive guy, not wide, like tall. I mean, like he's a big, yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of, did you hear him basically or indirectly confirm it was a Christmas special for Shooty on Graham?
He's definitely trying to push for it. I don't know if they won't tell us until they actually get the time slot, but they'll definitely push for it.
He did say in the mag. To be fair, in the mag, he was like, "Christmas does just mean festive, but I keep calling it Christmas." But
exactly. So it was like, is that what you're really doing? You're just trying to be cryptic and not doing it well.
And I don't know if you saw, but when they were filming on a barge with Shooty the other week, someone was wearing a Christmas hat.
Oh.
There you go. It's Christmas confirmed.
There's little cheeky
Has
things.
to be, right? Has to be.
We're going back to the old tradition of... Actually, to be fair, when you think about it, it's the only other time, right, with David Tennant. So with both Russell T Davies' new Doctors, they debut at Christmas.
Yeah. It would make sense. It makes sense.
There's a little fun little reference there, little fun factoid for you. But yeah, I feel like just having it, not just because Russell's back in charge, and I feel like he might be able to help push for that. I mean, not everything goes down to him. It's like when John Barron made all those comments saying, "Oh, they won't bring back Torchwood because of Stephen Moffat," and Moffat was like, "Mate, I don't have the power to block that even if I wanted to." He's like, "I don't know why he keeps throwing people my way about that." Like, Russell doesn't control everything. But there's also, like we said, I mean, it's going to be more mainstream. As you said, Chlo, Disney love to push their merch. So, like, there's a big thing behind that. I mean, Marvel merch is everywhere. Marvel kind of is kind of has the place Doctor Who does when it comes to merch these days in the UK, at the very least, and about everywhere else, probably everywhere else as well when you think about it.
Same in Australia, can't confirm.
Which I'm not complaining about. I own far more Marvel pops than I should, but that's not the point. I know there's more to merch than pops, but like I don't have the money to spend on other things than pops, alright? Like I don't have it, that's it. I'm barely buying pops as is now, I ain't got the room for them. But like I feel like there is an interesting argument to be had there, because obviously we're going to be going into, you know, a new era where it's going to be on Disney Plus. We're going to have loads of new eyes on it, and I feel like the best way to get a brand to sell is to have merch ready whenever you put something new out. You know, you go and watch the new Marvel film and go, I want to buy the merch, I want to go and buy the pops, I want to buy this, I want branded Ant-Man stuff or whatever for the new film, or anything like that. Star Wars, you know, I've just seen Rey in a movie, I want a lightsaber. Like, people will make those connections, and people with money or with kids that will beg for this stuff will go, I want this, can I have this? And like, if you capitalize on it correctly, you can make sometimes more money from just getting merch sales than you can from like people even watching the show. It's like the classic gig thing with bands. You know, bands will charge maybe cheap tickets for gigs, and then their merch is just off the charts expensive. I know for a fact Pale Waves have made far more money off me on merch than they have on gigs. I've just realised, when you mentioned, we actually have a fellow Pale Waves fan in the call today.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chloe has good taste. She has great taste.
Yeah.
And I want to just say thank you for that and move on. I think she realised once she realised I had Heather in my profile picture and you were like, oh, I don't think you noticed it to begin with, did you?
I just thought that was like your girlfriend or something. I'd never like zoomed in to look and be like, hang on.
Oh, stop it. No. I hate the fact that you put a laugh track in there because that now means that's going to be a short. I don't appreciate that.
I was just clapping that.
Yeah, that's going to be a short now, isn't it? I hate it.
Oh.
But no, yeah, I did. There was a couple of other people that said that. Like, I thought it was your girlfriend. I was like,
Yeah, I'd never been
wish,
nosy
mate.
enough to like enlarge and be like, Heather? Like,
I would have been. I'd have gone. Is that Heather in that profile picture? I have a problem. I have a serious problem. So we move. But yeah, so obviously that's what we're saying. Yeah, so I feel like they'll try and push more merch out because of this big Disney deal.
I know what you were saying as well. They got all weird Jodie merch at the start of her era, so like we should like let these guys have a chance. Maybe not just push out loads of weird stuff like last time. Hopefully they've learnt their lesson and just be like, is the right amount.
What was the weird stuff from Jodie's?
So like the Pating Pop Funko, like who?
Oh right, all right,
who,
that kind of
who
strange.
wants that? Yeah, like
Yeah, who would want that?
Who owns that? Who owns that? Yeah, who owns that?
you've got them all.
But I understand.
But yeah,
yeah.
it's not for everyone. It's for the hardcores. Whereas I think merch needs to be a bit for everyone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's the thing. Like, the Pops people will collect very casually unless you're me. Because now, like, the fact that I can say I own every Doctor Who Pop, it's not
something to boast about all the time, is
There's a lot of Doctor Who Pops. There's a lot. There's like 3 different TARDISes, for one thing. It's a weird old time. But, yeah, it's... Oh, Crispy.
Sorry, I just had a
moment.
really random thought. So, since we're talking about strange merch that came out during Jodie's era, do you remember when there was the official, like, Jodie Whittaker Barbie?
Oh, I've got that somewhere. Yeah.
You've got that, yeah. So, since Ncuti Gatwa is in the Barbie movie and he's playing a version of Ken, do you think we'll actually get a Ncuti Gatwa Barbie doll, Ken doll, I suppose?
Oh, they should so do that.
Surely they will. It won't be Doctor Who related, but we could actually have
and then we'll all have to like custom it. And
then with a different coloured jumper every week.
Yeah.
That's how it
fantastic. Have you got the Barbie to hand, Chlo?
One sec.
Oh my god, yes. This could be the thumbnail. This could be what she posed with for the thumbnail, the Barbie.
Heck yeah.
She can put a shrimp on it, can't she, Crispy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, really? Elevator music? You realise Chloe can hear this as well, right? She's got headphones on.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
It's so cool.
That's so cool. I've never actually seen it before.
Yeah.
I've only seen pictures of it, and I understand that watching it over a call is the same thing pretty much, but...
Oh, no, it feels more real. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cute.
My mum kept saying that she really wished she got one, and I have been looking on eBay, but they're like 80 quid now, I feel like, or more. Like, some of the prices are ridiculous. But it wasn't it like 15, 20 quid when it came out on Forbidden Planet, I swear. I saw someone tweet that recently. Yeah, so missed out for real. Really did miss out. Also, Build-A-Bear. Should mention that as well as a more recent thing. That's been a nice little thing, having some Doctor Who Build-A-Bears. Although I don't understand the fascination with selling those online only.
No, that's
because they do that with some stuff. Build-A-Bear, yeah. Like, do you have Build-A-Bear in Australia, Crispy? I need to double check.
Yes. Yes. Do? I think we do actually. Yes.
He thinks. He says with confidence.
Well, the last time I was at a Build-A-Bear was in Los Angeles, so I can't... That's the last time I remember, but I swear there are some in Australia.
Oh, Chloe's gone again. She's gone again. She's off. If she has the Jodie brand.
There. Oh, it's Mr. Tennant.
Oh,
it's a Mr. Tennant Build-A-Bear. Oh, he's
just
waving at
ordered
us.
that yesterday, the David Tennant one, because it was on sale. My mum sent me a link and went, this is on sale, and I was like, oh no. I was like, alright, I'm buying this.
Oh no.
But you might notice, Crispy, you might have missed, but what's sat right there?
What is it?
You can't see on Riverside because it's only a 3-column. Click on my camera and like expand it and look.
Chlo has just taken over my entire screen.
Oh, did you click on Chloe's camera back?
No, I clicked on yours. Hang on. It's not.
Keep pointing. Keep pointing.
This is entertainment. There we go. What is it? Where am I looking?
My finger is pointing to it.
It's Mr. Smith.
It's a Matt Smith Build-A-Bear. So we both got one.
Wow.
So we both got Build-A-Bears. Actually, we should pose with those. I'll grab it. I wasn't going to get it because I don't want my PJs being on the camera again, but they are, so we move. Let me get has Chloe gone again while I got up? Did Chloe just move? This is a great final bit of the podcast. We just keep getting out of our chairs.
Are we doing thumbnails mid-podcast?
Oh no, I hate you. I really was hoping you wouldn't have the Joey
my
Bear.
gosh.
I hate you for that. No,
but also-
no, I missed out on that and it breaks my heart. Oh,
Whoa.
Capaldi as well.
Chlo has... This is a multi-doctor special right now.
Yeah.
Capaldi one was on sale as well, and I was like, no, I don't need Capaldi. I don't need it. And now I've seen you with it. That's upset me. That's upset me.
Oh,
But
you've
look,
got
I have...
all of them.
We both got Matt Smith. Look at that. We both got that. Oh, that is iconic. I've got a red one. Look, mine's got a red hand. So we've got a little bit of difference. We are grown people messing with bears on a podcast recording.
No.
This is what the show does to people like
Yeah.
us.
This
Absolutely.
is entertainment. This is
Absolutely.
Are you not entertained? Are you not? Can I sit him up? No, he's having a nap. He's having a nap. I'll leave him.
Oh,
He
he's
can
having
have
a
a little
sleep.
lie
He's having
down.
a snooze.
He's having a little sleep. He's having a little sleep. So, what a discussion about merch, ladies and gentlemen. What a discussion about merch.
Wow. We've learnt a lot.
Yeah, and we didn't even get onto Lego, so I feel like this is like a thing for
That's a
another
very-
time.
That was the other one, because I had in my head there was like a few things that were like flying around, like character figures, talk about the pops, talk about this, talk about that. Character, like the Lego figures or semi, if you're going to get Lego Crispy, I am literally going to cut your legs off.
No, it's
I swear
excited. I hope it's the Lego.
I should say, for context, that is not a real threat, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't demonetize us, YouTube.
We can't just leave our host our guests by themselves. Is Troy mad that I had the Lego?
I think so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Troy. I didn't
I'm
mean to
very
offend
upset
you.
because that is one thing I missed out on that I am very, very upset about.
Oh,
I spent far too much on it, though.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I got it on
It's
Facebook
become a very-
Marketplace. Woo!
A very expensive collector's piece, that Lego set. How have they not done more? Because, I mean, Lego Dimensions was like the closest thing to a video game. That's another thing we could talk about, Doctor Who video games. That's another
That's an
future
excellent
topic.
episode.
Yeah.
We'll get
Add that
Chloe
one
back,
down.
and hopefully there's less technical
Yeah,
issues.
Chloe, if you played all the video games, we'll bring you back and you can be the first recurring guest.
Have you
you
played
go.
the Lego at all?
Yeah, I have.
The
Yeah.
Dimensions at all? I haven't. I really want to.
Yeah, okay.
I never
I've only
played
played
it.
the adventure games and all the Maze Theory ones.
I own the adventure games. I managed to get it to download on my computer on my old laptop. I moved it onto my PC. I haven't played it yet. Do you know what we should do? We should stream it on the Who's There channel, Chris.
Brilliant.
We should
Sold.
stream the adventure
Done.
games. There we go. There you go. That could be a big event. But yeah, I don't know why they haven't done more Lego sets. I feel like that would be popular. I mean, Sonic's kind of had that now, where there's in the Sonic set, and now it's been leaked. They're doing about 5 more.
Oh,
'cause It's been
really?
really popular.
Oh, okay.
Like, it'd be nice if they did that for Doctor Who.
And I think the fake Lego, I don't know if you remember the fake character Lego that we used to have, like that sold really well.
The
so-
other, yeah, character builder, was it?
I think so,
It was
yeah.
called. Because I have the TARDIS of that, and it was 11's TARDIS. It was
Yeah.
the
What? Was
old,
there a-
like his original.
Was there a knockoff Lego of...
Yeah, so like Character did their own version for a bit.
Weird. Okay, I
Crispy
had no
did not
idea.
know this.
No,
there was
I'm
literally
learning
like a full
lots.
playset you could build of 11's original TARDIS.
Yeah.
So I have
Oh, that's pretty cool.
figures of Matt and River and Amy like somewhere.
And,
I don't know where they've
do you
gone.
know when you go to the shop, there's like a lucky dip, like you can't see what Lego figures inside, but like
Oh, you...
they
you
used to
opened-
have those
yeah,
of
yeah,
them, yeah.
Yeah, so I've
Wow.
got like a few Daleks, a
Oh.
few Cybermen. They had like sets you could build up with Daleks and Cybermen and stuff, and they were cool. They weren't Lego, obviously,
Yeah.
so it didn't like feel quite the same. But it was just nice to have even like a Lego adjacent thing. For
I think
Doctor
you can
Who.
still
It
get
felt
them
really
quite
nice.
reasonably on eBay as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick look.
Well,
Let's have a
as-
quick peek.
As will I.
Quick peek. It was character building, right?
I think
Character
so.
building, Doctor Who.
But yeah, the TARDIS used to be really cool.
I'm
Oh
learning
wow,
lots
you
here.
can buy a set of the. Oh wow, they're actually not
Troy's
bad priced
going
at all.
down a rabbit hole now. You've
No,
just...
it's not. It's really not. I've got my eyes right now on an Etsy seller that's doing a replica of Ellie's backpack from Last of Us 2. That's where my money's going when I get paid. Believe me,
Ooh.
believe me. You been watching Last of Us, Chlo?
Yeah, have you?
I've watched one. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit scary.
It's a bit spooky, isn't it?
Oh,
It's like combining scary and sad is like,
Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster of emotions.
but no, you can buy a pack of the 5 Cybermen collector sets for literally £10, which I think is what they charged at the time.
yeah. It's
And there's
not
different
bad at all.
versions. There's like 3 standard ones. There's one where you got the brain, you can see through the head, and there's also one without an arm. There's like the Pandorica one, maybe. But there's also someone selling all the Doctors together as a group, going up to Capaldi, but it looks like Capaldi in Matt's outfit.
Oh, I
Weird.
remember that when they did like the lovely sets of all of them. Like
Yeah. Oh wow, the
Cool.
faces are really goofy. I'm looking at them
that's
again.
something
The
that
faces are
Funko
just
should
like
do actually. A set of just all the
Yeah,
doctors.
of all the Doctors. Why they never did them all the Doctors is wild.
Yeah,
we have
that'd
the
be
first
cool.
Doctor, the fourth, and then 9 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
And War. We have War, but not
yeah.
Fugitive. So, weird. Very weird choice. I'm going to send this to you right now, Crispy, just so you can see this to close it
so
up and put
much.
the podcast as well. Do you want me to send you the goofy faces, Chlo? Do you want to see the goofy faces on Twitter? I will send you them.
Okay.
I didn't even give you a chance to say yes. I just sent you them anyway. It's just what I do. I just love it's the grin. It's Matt's face in particular is making me laugh. Just like the grin on his face, and his
Cheeky
chin
boy.
is somehow bigger on the figure than it is in real life. Like half his face is his chin on those figures.
Oh yeah.
Also,
pretty
what?
cool.
No, Colin Baker with the blue version.
I like the blue coat
Colin
Colin.
Baker's got his blue outfit. Yeah, I love blue coat Colin.
Where's 7?
It's great, very cool. Oh yeah, where's Set? What?
He's
It
busy.
includes first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth. It's not third.
just
Two sniffs.
skipped.
Well, there you go. It's from the Blind Bag series. Please note, Fourth Doctor has an incorrect right arm and is missing his scarf.
And he looks like he's been shocked as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he does. He's got like a weird like hourglass. Why is the end of this podcast just us looking at pictures of listings on eBay?
This is
I feel like
this is very this
to
is
be fair,
entertainment. This
That's
is
the best way
entertainment.
to end it because because eBay's the best place to get some of this stuff. Oh, you can get one with silence. Oh no, I might buy that. That's £8 for 5 silence minifigures.
Oh,
I want
dear.
I'm
that.
sorry to have
I
begun
want
this.
that. I want that. I know I might get that. I might get that.
This is
But
where
yeah,
it just
well,
becomes Troy bidding
But
for
I'm not
stuff
getting anything
for
else.
half an
Chris,
hour.
I have the whole like the Eagle Moss stuff. I mean, we didn't even mention that, but that's more of a collector thing. I guess it still falls into merch. But I've got the Paradigm Daleks with that. That took forever to hunt down on eBay, and I spent more on one of those than I'm willing to admit. So I'm not about to do that again with little Lego style figures. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. But I think that's a good point to wrap. You know, before we delve into the eBay rabbit hole, I thought that's a good point to cut off and stop. So before we wrap up, Chloe, I keep bouncing between Chloe and Chloe. I don't know why I can't just say one name and just keep like I kept catching myself saying, no, my brain's not functioning. It never does. I actually had more sleep last night, still not working.
Oh,
So,
no.
Chloe, self-promo. Go for it. Promote anything
please.
and everything you want.
Yeah, I guess it's
Promote the Goo Pods. Do whatever.
my goo cards. Eat your greens. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like bad tweets, that is.
They're not bad tweets. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Parental
They are
guidance is advised.
hilarious.
No, they are. They're great. They are great. They're great.
Honestly,
Oh,
honestly,
thank you.
Chloe was an excellent follow. So everyone listening, please go and follow if you want to have a good laugh. Want to have a good laugh?
Yeah, but that's why, because like you are like whether you like it or not. Because I know when I said it, you were kind of a bit like, oh, but you are like one of the biggest accounts on Doctor Who Twitter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I guess it's just natural. Like,
It's what happens when you eat Goo Pods, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
that's
How
it.
long have you had the account for, Chloe?
About, I think it's like 4 years old, but I've only really been doing Doctor Who for about 2, so
That's impressive. Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's pretty good then. That is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Damn.
But yeah, so we'll leave a link to @CosmicAngst in the description, so feel free to go give Chloe a follow. Is Instagram's the same thing as well? Do you want people to
Yeah,
follow you over there?
yeah, go on.
Go on.
Go
Go
She's a
on.
on.
very
do whatever.
reluctant famous person on Twitter, you know? She's very
Yeah.
reluctantly famous. She's like, you can follow me if you want, I guess. And in the head she's like,
Yeah.
yes, follow me, follow me,
Doesn't
follow me,
matter.
follow me, follow me.
Doesn't
It
matter.
was all an accident, so just follow my fun accidents.
Aren't the best things. Hang on.
I agree.
Oh no.
Wait.
Yeah,
What?
sure.
The
let's
best
go
things
with
are
that.
accident. I was an accident. Anyway, we don't have to talk about that. We don't-
Oh dear.
Oh,
Absolutely fantastic.
yeah. Yeah.
That's not fantastic. That is. I don't know what to say. That was said with such chest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to this episode of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. Our fourth with a special guest, but obviously our best.
Bye.
The best with a guest. I'm rhyming. Let's move on before I rhyme too badly. But thank you, Chloe, for coming on. We greatly appreciate you being here. And let us know in the Q&A down below. Should we do comment section? How are we doing this? We'll do comment section for YouTube. Let us know what you think about the merch shortage.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your favourite weird merch, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll pull out one. I realised, do you know what it is, Chloe? It's because I've forgotten something again. We haven't pulled anything out from Anchor. Do you know what? We've been back
That's
for 4
fine.
weeks now.
That's
I
fine.
keep forgetting things. No, we'll read out one. So give me a number between 1 and 7.
6.
6. That was a lot of that was build up. Dill Bill said, I distinctly remember figures for Series 7 Part 2 being much smaller than previous ones, and merch continued diminishing from then on. Can't wait for Rusty Davies to bring back merch.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So figures got smaller?
Do you remember that?
Did
Yeah.
They like half
No,
sized
I
them.
remember that. Clara was teeny.
Yeah.
they? Oh. Maybe that's because she's just short anyway, though.
Yeah, there you go.
But there you go. So next week, next week, Crispy and I are going to be live. We'll be live back on Thursday, as per usual, about 11 a.m. UK time. It's going to be, I think, from the sounds of it, so GMT. We're going to be doing a fun little mini game Crispy's putting together called Guess the Doctor episode by the Bad Review. And we don't mean necessarily people saying it's a bad episode, just people describing it very badly. So it's going to be an interesting time there. So because we can't really do a Q&A for that specifically, because it's more of a game-based thing, let us know in the Q&A again if you have any further thoughts on the merch shortage based on what we've talked about. Merch you'd like to see come back, merch you miss, things you think that should come back or shouldn't come back. I don't know, is the merch you're glad is gone? Are you glad they don't do goo pods like everywhere anymore and they're just more collector's items? How do you feel? Let us know.
Yeah, they better not be. I'll hunt them down.
But I just love how I'm looking in our podcast document right underneath, and it says mention the slug sucking people. Like, we haven't deleted that from the filming stuff. I'm going to delete that real quick. I don't need to see sucking slugs anymore. But thank you all very much for listening. We will see you all next Saturday on audio platforms, but Thursday if you watch live on YouTube on the Who's There Doctor Who podcast channel. Until then, it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Crispy.
See you later.
And it's goodbye from our special guest, Chlo.
Ta-ra!
Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you all next week.